Alright guys, welcome back to the Mad Props channel, episode 2. Hope you guys enjoyed the first episode, getting an overview of the boat and everything. Today I was like a kid at Christmas. I came home from work and on my front step there was a box from US Composites. So I got in CSM and 10-ounce cloth so I can finish up the floor. And I got another 5-gallon bucket of resin. Ooh, these things are freaking expensive. But hey, boat, break out another 1,000. So now that I have the resin and CSM, I can start coating the plywood sheets to start getting ready to build the seat boxes. And also in today's episode, we're gonna start prepping the transom for a gel coat, sanding it down and cleaning it. I'm gonna gel coat it so I can get the transom assembly installed so I can get the motor in temporarily to figure out where the mounts need to be located. So thanks for stopping by, checking out episode 2. Hopefully you guys liked the first episode. And that's why you're back, hopefully. So stay tuned and check it out. All right, so here I'm laying out my CSM roll, just sizing it to the plywood sheet. The first piece I ended up cutting with scissors, but I went back and kind of ripped all the edges. I learned this trick from Andy on Boatworks today. It gives you kind of nice feathered edge. And always, guys, remember to shake your resin if it's been sitting for a while. You can do a weird funny dance like this or just shake it like a normal person. Give it a good roll. Anything you got to do. Just mix up the solids, it'll settle to the bottom. So for those of you that aren't familiar with polyester resin, it gets catalyzed at 1% with MEKP, or methyl ethyl ketone peroxide. I actually like to work in the metric scale with this, so I'll actually measure it out in liters or milliliters. It's just easier to do the math in your head. So if you're making a liter per se, then you would put in 10 milliliters of hardener. I just find the math easier. The only time I'll actually work the other way is if I'm just measuring small amounts for like gel coat. Then I'll just do 8 to 12 drops per ounce. It's just easier to measure out that way. So I'm just fully coating the sheet here with resin. It's important to pre-coat and let it kind of kick off before you put down your CSM. If you lay it up without pre-coating and just put the resin right on top, the plywood or the wood underneath will actually kind of suck the resin out of the glass and you'll end up with a dry layup, which on these parts isn't really that big of a deal. These are basically seat boxes. I probably didn't even need to put glass on them, but I'm just doing it for an extra layer of waterproofing. I could have probably just got away with just resining the wood and then gel coating. So I ended up here, I used the fin roller here shortly, but what I didn't realize is actually harder to see in person than it was on video here, but I still needed quite a bit more resin. I actually went back and added more because the fin roller wasn't really doing anything. There just wasn't enough resin there to spread around. Alright guys, what's going on? I just got the kids to bed, so that means it's time to work on the boat. My next step here is going to be, see these kind of white looking spots here? That's actually where I drilled through from the other side for the transom plate. And it actually kind of chipped away a little bit of the 1708 on the other side of where the holes came through. So I'm going to take my flap wheel here and kind of grind those down to the good glass. And if I need to, I'll kind of fill them up with a little bit of resin just to kind of seal it off. And then I'm going to run around here and clean up a couple of the high spots. There's some spots where the 1708 tabbing from the stringers and stuff kind of sticking up high. It's just for looks really more than anything there. Kind of same thing around here. Just kind of smooth this stuff out. Any high spots. I just basically want to get the back area here on the transom cleaned up as much as I can, because I think my next step is actually going to be to go ahead and gel coat at least around where the transom plate is, because I want to be able to mount that kind of permanently, because I want to be able to take the motor in and out a couple of times here to kind of get an idea of where my mounts are going to need to be. So that's where I'm at. Let me get kind of suited up here with the respirator, get a fan on. Yep, that's it. See you in a second. So here I'm actually going to run my shop vac backwards and blow the dust out as much as I can. I don't worry about getting it anywhere because I live out kind of in the middle of nowhere, so I'm not going to coat my neighbor's car or anything, so be mindful if that's what you're doing. But this way I just get it all out and then vacuum up what's left without clogging up my shop vac. Alright guys, that is it for episode 2. Hopefully you guys are liking where this is going. Feel free to leave some comments. Let me know if you'd like to see more or less of something. On the next episode, we are going to gel coat the transom and install the transom assembly so I can start working on the motor mounts. Thanks again for stopping by. Please subscribe down below, and we'll see you next time. Bye.